Salutations and welcome to Intro to Communications. This video is discussing the breakdown of the assignment, the learning outcome PowerPoint presentation assignment. And on Blackboard, I'm recording this on my phone so that I can pull all the notes and stuff up on my computer and show you. On Blackboard, it's the PowerPoint, the Word document is already uploaded and open. You scroll to the bottom, you pull up Blackboard, and go past all the content folders, and here, PowerPoint assessment, that is the location of the Word document. This video will be uploaded to the top like I do the normally weekly videos, and it'll stay up for the remainder of the semester. So let's go ahead and discuss the breakdown of this assignment. So this assignment starts off saying there are 7 learner outcomes associated with COM 101 or Intro to Communications. I have them listed. The first one, it talks about learners will demonstrate the knowledge of the components of the communication process. We discussed this back at the beginning of the course. There's a content folder that has Word documents and numerous videos and imagery, and we talk about it throughout the entire semester because this is our building block for communication. It discusses about the sender, the receiver, the coding, decoding, the message, the channel, the noise, all of that. All of that is our building blocks of communication and is the communication process. So that's the first one. The second one, it says learners will analyze and explain the importance of the role of self in communication. So really this is discussing why it's important to know who you are when it comes to communicating. Then there's learners will differentiate between effective and ineffective listening and responding in communication. So how well or how powerful or important it is for listening and responding when it comes to communication, and like the differences of hearing and actually listening and how we choose to respond. Number 4 is learners will discuss knowledge of diversity in communication. Why is it important to have diversity? Why is it important to be open to diversity in our communication? Number 5, learners will discuss the characteristics of interpersonal communication. Remember, interpersonal communication is communication between 2 or more people. Number 6, learners will discuss and analyze understanding and enhancing of a group team performance. So this is where you just kind of discuss the dynamics of a team and maybe ways you can help enhance the dynamics of a team or the effectiveness of communication or working in a team or a group. And then finally, the last one is learners will analyze the main characteristics and differences of informative and persuasive speeches. All right, folks, so that's what we're currently on is informative speeches. Our next one is persuasive speeches, and that's the end of the course. Informative speeches are speeches created to inform. It's either to tell us something or how to tell us to do something. And persuasive speeches are designed to have a start or stop an action. So you're trying to convince people to say yay or nay, basically. That is the bare bones of informative and persuasive speeches. So those are the 7 learner outcomes associated with COM 101 or Intro to Communications. Now, for this particular assignment, let's break it down. You are creating your own PowerPoint presentation on your perspective of these learner outcomes. This PowerPoint presentation must be at least 10 slides, and I'm going to break down what those slides need to be. So the first slide is just your title introduction page. This is where your name will go and whatever you want to call this. If you just want to call it COM 101 PowerPoint assessment or, Intro to Communications PowerPoint, so be it. But this is just your introduction. So that's slide 1. Check. Fabulous. Slides 2 through 8, which is a total of 7, so I guess you can probably guess what's going to happen here. I want at least 1 slide per learner outcome to discuss. You can have more, but I want at least 1. So slide 1, we're introducing ourselves. Slide 2 through 8 is your perspective on those 7 learner outcomes we just discussed. And remember, this Word document is already uploaded and open on Blackboard. So at any time you can refer back to that on the outcomes. So you're not like, I forgot. So it's there. So that's the first 8 slides. Well, you only have 2 left. Slide 9, I want you to discuss which learning outcome you enjoy the most and why. Discuss its value or importance in communication. Your point of view. Why do you think it's important? Why, this one that you enjoyed the most, why do you think it's important in communication? Just tell me why. That's a slide. And then your very last slide is, I want you to discuss which learning outcome you think you could use improvement on and why. There are some learner outcomes that aren't on the 7 that I listed, such as verbal, nonverbal communication. If you think you need improvement in one that's not listed, that's fine too. Just put it there and tell me why, you know. Maybe you have, sometimes, you know, I talk with my hands and I'm trying to teach myself not to talk with, obviously I'm not doing such a hot job of it right now, but try to teach myself not to talk with my hands as much so that you focus more on my words as opposed to whatever I'm flailing over here. So let's recap that. This is a PowerPoint assignment. You're creating your own PowerPoint at least 10 slides long. The first slide, your introduction, slides 2 through 8, is a slide each for each learner outcome. So 1 slide per outcome, and you can do more. I just want at least 1. Slide 9, I want you to discuss the learner outcome you enjoyed the most and why. And to you, what's the importance of that outcome in communication? And then your final slide is, what outcome, what lesson do you think you could use improvement in? Just let me know. Okay, so that's it. I have it broke down also the points possible for this. There's 25 points possible for this. 0 to 7 points is all the learner outcomes are presented. So if you put all the outcomes, you have 7 automatically. I also put 0 to 14 points as supporting ideas from the text for each learner outcome. So it's just snippets from the course itself. And remember, we have the textbook, I have PowerPoint presentations uploaded for every single one of these lessons. But I ask you, please don't use the PowerPoint presentations that I presented. Don't turn them back into me. So make it your own. And I also have a Word document. So you can get the supporting evidence. And then it just gives you a points breakdown. So just remember, this is a PowerPoint presentation you were created. It's worth 25 points, and it's kind of just an overall assessment of your take on the course. So slide 1 is your introduction. Slides 2 through 8 are a slide per learner outcome. Number 9, tell me what you enjoyed the most. Number 10, tell me what you think you could use improvement in it. All right, folks, I want you to have fun with this. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. Thank you.